If you're broke and you're trying to figure out what business to start, I'm going to show you exactly what you should do to make a lot of money. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michael Tinge. I own a marketing agency along with some other businesses like an accounting firm. I also have a free weekly newsletter called The Midweek Marketer where I give away actionable marketing strategies that I'm using in my businesses and in my clients' businesses. If you'd like to sign up for that, click the link in the description below. All right, so if you're broke, one of the biggest things that you need to understand is that there is money literally everywhere. Anything that you see, from this marker to this paper to the cameras that I'm using, were made and sold by someone. So every single thing here was an idea, was originally a business, and was sold to someone else. So there's literally money everywhere you look. Just everywhere. I mean, even this drywall, like someone made this drywall, sold it to Lowe's, and then Lowe's sold it to the contractor that built this house, and he put it up here and then sold the house to me. There's a bunch of money being transacted right there. There's about $125 trillion in the entire world. So there's a ton of money. That's one of the biggest things that you need to understand if you're broke and you're trying to figure out what business to start, is that you need to understand and open up your eyes to the fact that there is money literally everywhere. And if you're just open to receiving it, I know that sounds a bit like law of attraction type deal, but it does play into it. And the reason it plays into it is if you're open to seeing the money and you're seeing the abundance and seeing the amount of money that's out there, your mind then opens up opportunities for you to see it. I know that's a little vague, so I'll give you an example. If I go around and say, hey, I'm broke, I don't have money, I can't figure out how to make money, I don't know what to do with my life, your brain naturally shuts down and doesn't start to figure out options that are available to you. However, if you tell yourself, like, money flows to me abundantly, there's money everywhere, I'm gonna be super successful, I am super successful, your mind starts to open up opportunities in your head of like, oh, I could go do this, or oh, I could go do this, or oh, I could go do this. It starts to see routes in which you wouldn't see if you were talking to yourself negatively. I know it's very like floofy and law of attraction and all that kind of stuff, but it does play a big part in building a business. Is you have to be positive and have your mind open to seeing the opportunities in front of you. All right, before I dive into a couple different options of businesses that you could start right now if you're broke and how to make a lot of money off of them, another thing I want to mention is there's a ton of stuff on YouTube about drop shipping and online courses and online businesses and stuff. And those are great. Like, you can make some money off of them. However, one of the things that I learned when I was broke and a lot younger than I am now is don't go chasing after the money. And what I mean by that is that don't spend a bunch of time like trying like obscure things. Like drop shipping, there's definitely been people that have made money off of that. But at the end of the day, it's not really a business. Or Amazon FBA. There are people that have made money off of that. But at the end of the day, it's really not that big of a business that you could go and actually crush it in. And it's very easy for someone to come in and disturb that entire thing. For example, like Amazon can just shut that off completely and then you're out of a business. And the people that you see on YouTube and Instagram where they're like, hey, I'm making a bunch of money off of drop shipping and Amazon FBA, like check out my cool sports car. A lot of times what they're actually making money on is the online course that they're selling to you on how to go about doing it. So I've been down that route. Don't waste your time doing it. What you want to do is you want to start an actual business that you can sustain and grow over years of time, and that will make you a ton of money. All right, let's go over a couple different options. The first one that I would suggest doing is a landscaping business. Landscaping. The reason I bring up landscaping is this was actually one of the first businesses I started when I was younger and didn't have a ton of money. What I love about this is it's a very good business just to start because you can get into it with just the basics of cutting grass. And then from there you can add on services like patio work, mulching, doing landscape lighting, irrigation. There's a lot of different upsells and things that you can do in the business as you grow, as you get more experience to bring in more money for you. What I love about this too is, again, it touches on all the fundamentals of business and it's very easy to grow it. For example, if you're just starting out, you just go knock on some doors and say, hey, would you like your grass cut? I'm offering 50% off. It's $25 for me to cut your grass. And if you really like it, then we could talk about me doing it consistently for you. It's a great way to get in and start a business right off the bat. Now, I get it. There's costs for the equipment. You know, there's push mower if you want to go that route. There's a lawn mower if you want to go that route. But you should be able to have some kind of access to that in some sort of fashion, whether that's like a family member that owns an equipment piece or a friend that you can rent it from, something along those lines, or maybe you give them a percentage off of every sale until you hit a certain amount and you utilize their equipment. You don't have to go out and buy the brand new equipment. So landscaping business is a fantastic business to start if you're broke and you're looking to make some money. All right, the next one is window washing. Window washing. This is, again, similar to the landscaping business because it's super easy to just get started with it. You can literally just start with like Windex and paper towels and do just windows. That's it. Go and knock on some doors, say, hey, are you interested in getting your windows cleaned? I'm offering this kind of discount just today. We're already doing your neighbor John's window, and that's why we're going and checking on everyone else. Would you be interested in us cleaning your windows? It's super easy to get into it. And again, like the landscaping business, it's easy to add in upsells down the road. As you bring in money, you get a power washing machine. Now you can do concrete cleaning. Now you can do roof cleaning. Now you can power wash entire homes. Easy to get into the business at a low price level. It just, the fundamentals of sales, of knocking on doors and doing marketing that way is super easy. And then you can add on to the business as it grows. All right, another option is car detailing. Car detailing. Again, you'll find that my examples that I'm giving here for these businesses all kind of follow the same trend, where basically super easy, low entry point sales of being able to knock on doors or just go and talk to people to get people to start to buy into your business. There's a low cost with the equipment and everything, but then you can add on to it as you go on. Car detailing is another great example of that. Literally, you just need a bucket, soap, and a sponge, and it's like $5, $10 maybe if you go to the store and get all that stuff. You can literally use the water from the customer's house. Go and knock on their door. Say, hey, if you're interested, I'm doing Sarah's car over here. After I finish doing theirs, would you be interested in me doing yours? And you literally wash their cars. And then as you gain more customers, as you bring in more money, you can get vacuuming equipment, start doing interiors. You can get detailing stuff where it's like ceramic coating. And now you're getting into higher end cars where you can get even more revenue for your business, but it's a great low entry point. Again, similar to landscaping and window washing, where you can get into it super low cost. All it takes is knocking on some doors, and then you're able to go and make a bunch of money and grow it from there. Now, let's say you're watching this and it's like in the winter and you're like, dude, I can't do landscaping, can't do window washing, can't do car detailing. Great. Now, guess what? You can do snow plowing. Snow plowing. Okay, a shovel is literally $15 at the store. Go and knock on some doors, say, hey, I'll shovel your driveway for X amount. And then from there, you can build up to getting more equipment, similar to these other businesses. The point is with all of these businesses, and then I'll give you my final one, but the point is with all these businesses is I know they don't sound sexy. I know they don't sound like, oh my gosh, like we have Lamborghinis rolling around and I can work from home. The point is with these businesses is you have to put in the work that no one else wants to do. And that's what's going to set you apart from everyone else. Everyone just wants to run some Facebook ads or do drop shipping or create a YouTube channel and make some money. No one wants to go and put in the work of meeting people face to face, making some money that way, doing sales, knocking on doors, closing people, physically doing the work. That's what builds a business that's going to sustain over a long period of time. And let me tell you something. With all the AI coming out and frankly with how lazy a lot of people are, building physical businesses like this are what's going to sustain in the long run. So if you're broke right now, you have nothing to lose. You're already at the bottom. There's nothing, you can't go any lower than what you're at right now. So put yourself out there. Like no one's going to remember you when you die at the end of the day. So put yourself out there, do the things that are scary and grow these businesses, and you have a really good shot of making a lot of money off of these things. But honestly, don't expect it to be like an overnight, I just made $100,000. But in 5 years, you'll be pulling off multiple six figures if you build these businesses correctly. All right, the fifth one that I really like is some kind of cleaning service. Okay, so I know a guy where him and his wife built this cleaning service business. Completely broke. They had nothing else going on for them. They built a cleaning business and within 3 years had it at $1 million business simply because They went in, knocked on some doors, and built an entire cleaning business saying, hey, we'll clean the interior of your home. It's X amount of dollars. It takes us about 2 hours to do. Are you interested in that? And from there, they were able to grow and get commercial businesses that they did and buy more equipment and everything. And now they have a successful multi-million-dollar business because they started it by knocking on doors and introducing themselves to people and cleaning homes. Again, super low cost point. Windex, paper towel, just cleaning supplies, a vacuum, and boom, you're off to the races. It's super easy to build a business like this, especially if you're good at the sales part. And I think that's the biggest thing with all of these businesses is you have to really push yourself on the sales side. Again, you're broke, you got nothing else going for you, so push yourself on the sales side to make a bunch of money and go knock on more doors and get these leads brought in to push your business. But like I said, it's very tempting to go after businesses like Amazon FBA or drop shipping or online courses because they sound sexy and they look cool on social media. But if you grow them and really focus on scaling them, and again, following me on YouTube so you can learn how to market your business and advertise your business, you will for sure make a lot of money off of these businesses. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video. If you'd like to sign up for my midweek marketing newsletter where I give away one actionable marketing strategy that you can utilize in your business, click the link in the description below. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and I will see you in the next one.